The SEC championship game is here. Alabama and Florida meet in the Dome. But is there any chance the Gators make a game of it? And the Falcons host one of the NFL's best teams, the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the most wonderful time of the year, so stay right there for Football's Play to Win, the fastest 30 minutes in football.
Today's show is being brought to you by SD Services, Landmark Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and the Orlando Law Firm. Welcome to Football's Play to Win with Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Falcons All-Pro offensive tackle Bob Whitfield, Fantasy Football League Master Adam Brown, Game Analysis with Nikki Williams, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Ed Schechter, Medical and Injury Update with Dr. Andrew Lalage, and your host, Atlanta sports legend Bob Neal. Today's SEC College Report is being brought to you by the Southeast Nissan dealers. Choose Nissan.com.
Welcome to the show with Jeffrey, Bob, Nikki, Chuck, and yours truly. The SEC championship game is here. Alabama and Florida are going to meet in the Dome, but the question is there any chance that Alabama can lose? Well, just don't ask that question to Nick Saban.
I don't know. If we don't win this game, maybe we throw a stink bomb out there. Maybe we don't get in the playoffs. I don't know. You guys got all the answers to all that, but I don't. All right? All I know is if we play and we play well, we control our own destiny in terms of what we do. So I'd really rather not have any more questions about, is it okay to lose this game? It's never okay to lose a game.
I love that guy. I love that guy.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's it. I like that. You got. If you're playing for that guy, you want that kind of attitude. If you're a news media guy, you kind of throw the question out there and duck. But that's okay. That's what he is.
Stupid questions get stupid answers. You're sick of it.
Exactly.
You should have thrown a chair.
The question I ask of you, though, what are the chances that Alabama could lose this game?
Well, the chances are that Alabama can lose. I mean, come out. Florida's a competitive team, has a solid defense, got NFL prospects all around the defense.
Yep.
But the bottom line here is I've seen bigger underdogs. Remember in the old days, Villanova versus Georgetown, Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas. If they were to lose this game, it wouldn't reach up there with the biggest upsets in the history of sports. It would be a game that they lost because Florida got some ballers too now.
Yeah, that's it. Any chance they lose, Bob Whitfield?
He's seen bigger underdogs, but not in a SEC championship game. 24-point underdogs,
This would
Bob.
not be historic, though.
It is historic.
No, it wouldn't be.
It would be historic. Just as historic as when Chuck is forgetting. Nick Saban was at LSU, Bob. Nick Saban was at LSU, and he had the opportunity to upset Tennessee,
And
number
he did.
2 ranked Tennessee.
Your boys.
Your team.
He
He
did.
upset your team when he was I think it was 19th ranked LSU
Yeah.
team in the
Yep.
second year.
Right.
And they were like a 20-point underdog. If Nick Saban knows how it feels, he can do it. He can see an upset. He can live it. He has lived it. It can happen to him.
Which brings to mind history. This game's got one.
It's got a history. This is the 9th time these guys have met. So they've split it in the last 8 meetings, 4-4. But Bama's won the last 3. The way this pendulum has swung a little bit, it started off with Bama dominating, and then in the spurrier years it went to Florida, and now it's back to Bama. So I still think it's in Bama's court. 24? 24.
Yeah,
That's a huge spread.
That's a big spread. That's a
And
good
it's a
point about
freshman
that.
quarterback going in there again. Maybe he plays like a freshman that week. So
That's right. Yeah, don't have. Butch Jones. I got to get your reaction on Butch Jones.
I want to talk about Bama.
Oh, quickly.
About Florida.
I want to get your Butch Jones reaction to Tennessee.
I just think that, the expectations were so high. Anything less than playing in the SEC championship was going to be a failure. The Vol Nation, they had, 17 players coming back. The Vol Nation was really excited about this team. And I just think it's been a disappointing year because of the expectations were so high. And anytime you lose the Vandy, I should have came in here with a bag on my head. But nonetheless, tough year for Butch. He's going to have to come out next year and really put some more bricks in that brick-by-brick concept.
All right, that's our SEC report.
Today's Showdown of the Week is being brought to you by the Georgia Lottery, where every jackpot is a good jackpot.
All right, have a lot of big games coming up. Let's take a look at the top games coming up on Saturday. And you see it, Oklahoma State's at Oklahoma. Down at the bottom, though, Wisconsin, Penn State. Being a Big Ten guy, I'm really interested in that one. Bob Whitfield, what is going to be the difference in that game?
Well, it's another Watt brother. It's a guy named T.J. Watt. He is the J.J. Watt little brother.
Yeah.
And imagine that all your brothers are some type of Watt, and there's some type of J, and some type of T, and it's a J, and a J, and a T, and a J. And those Watt brothers, Watt, yeah, they be lighting you up. That's what they do. So what you have is a Watt linebacker in Wisconsin lighting up. He's a definite defensive stuffer, so watch for Wisconsin defense to light it up.
Okay, Jeffrey, I want to hear what you have to say. What?
Penn State has come on strong. They've beaten Ohio State. They've looked great at the end of the season. But Wisconsin, they don't look good doing it, but they have a way of winning. Give the 2.5 with the Badgers.
All right, back in a moment with more of football's play to win. The question, does the NFL need to loosen up? Next.
Unwrap amazing savings right now during the Toyotathon main event at Stone Mountain Toyota. Get 0% financing on new 2017 Camrys, new 2017 Corollas, and new 2017 RAV4s. And don't make a payment for 90 days. Incredible deals for you at the Toyotathon main event. See us at StoneMountainToyota.com.
Stone Mountain Toyota, a great price, a great buying experience. Come in and have a cup of coffee with me today.
You could win your money fast. Print, play, win. Woo. Print, play, win. Yay. Print, play, win. Woo. Print, play, win. Yay.
A faster way to win has just arrived. Introducing Print and Play, the newest games from the Georgia Lottery. Just ask your clerk for a print and play game, play it, and you could win your money faster than ever.
Print, play, win. Yay. Print and play, and you could win.
Win faster with the all-new Print and Play games from the Georgia Lottery.
Afoot and lighthearted, I take to the open road. Healthy, free, the world before me, the long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. The east and the west are mine. The north and the south are mine. All seems beautiful to me.
Lease the all-new 2017 Volvo S90 for only $499 per month at Volvo Cars of Marietta.
Someone once asked, do we ever think about anything other than steak? Yes. And no. You can't fake steak. Longhorn Steakhouse. Tonight's special, turf and surf. Flo's filet and lobster tail. Our new crab cake filet. And our new renegade sirloin and lobster mac and cheese. Only at Longhorn Steakhouse.
Today's NFL Report is being brought to you by Landmark Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Always the best deal, always.
Injuries starting to impact the Atlanta Falcons. Dan Quinn had some comments about the injury status of Adrian Claiborne.
We are very encouraged that we don't see it as a long-term injury. You never like to see a player have to, have a surgery, but in this case, it was good news because he thought it was going to be a season ender. And so when it wasn't, he was thrilled, and we were too.
Chuck, interested in your thoughts on the impact of Claiborne and Trufant.
Well, the impact is going to be felt because these guys are guys who were top-notch players. Desmond Trufant, one of the best in the league. But now Jalen Collins is going to have to step up. You're drafted in the second round, and he's got to be prepared, and he's got to step right in, next man up. Courtney Upshaw did a great job last week working with Vic Beasley, and I'm going to tell you, anytime you lose a guy like Adrian Claiborne, it can be felt, but it's important that you do a good job in free agency, and that's why they got Courtney Upshaw, and I think that it's going to be important they play well, but I think they can do it.
I hear you talking about Taylor Gabriel.
I'm talking about Taylor Gabriel. You're talking about Taylor. We're all talking about Taylor Gabriel. This guy's storyline is amazing. Coming out of nowhere, he's been an underdog his entire life. 5'8", 165. Now he's averaging at least one touchdown per game for the last 4 consecutive games. They're calling him Turbo Taylor, and what I love is that the Falcons tweeted the Browns, because the Browns cut him loose, tweeted him, thanks, and then the Falcons deleted the tweet. Whatever. He played for Shanahan over in Cleveland, so, but I'm really happy for the kid. He's doing great. He couldn't get any nicer
He's
than this guy.
leading the team in average per catch, too, over the great Julio.
And by the way, and this is a very smooth transition to Matt Ryan's charity cleats. You say, what?
Nice.
Well, here you go. And my question is, the NFL notorious uptight about uniformity, putting things on your equipment or your cleats. And my question is, does the NFL need to loosen up in their uniform policy? Bob Whitfield, what do you think? You're a player.
Well, I like it's uniform, Bob. Uniform. We're all the same.
That's the
We're
word.
all the same. But, you do need a little bit of lax, a little bit of creativity. And, they give the end zone dance, that creativity. Let's let it bleed into the uniform, Bob. So I would want to see the NFL lighten up on the uniform. If we got to send in a mock-up of what we're going to wear, like how the bow tie going to look each week, something like that, and get it approved, I'm with that. What do you think, Nikki?
No. Wait, you said a mock-up? Listen, you relax one policy and someone's going to drive a truck through all of it. But what about a military appreciation game when you're all supposed to, as one, be for one cause?
It's time to find out what Jeffrey likes. So who do you like?
I think the best game of the week is the Giants and Steelers. Giants are 8-3. Nobody figured it. It's not pretty, but they're winning games. Steelers are tough. They're getting healthy. This should be a great game.
Chuck, what do you watch for next?
Well, I'll tell you, I watched for this week. I watched the Atlanta Falcons, man. I'm talking about the Falcons versus Kansas City. To me, this is another one of those statement games. People are talking about Kansas City coming in and, the Falcons not being ready. I mean, the Falcons can score 40 points against anybody. And I think the Falcons, it's going to be a very interesting game this week.
Justin Houston.
He's a baller, but hey, Jake Matthews is having a Pro Bowl season.
Justin Houston.
I love me some Jake Matthews.
All right, there's a good one going this weekend, and that leads me to the question, are the Falcons Super Bowl bound? Easy for me to say. We'll answer the question when we come back on Football's Play to Win.
It's Landmark's last chance sales event. Last chance to top huge year-end Big Finish rebates with giant bonus deals on everything. Lower payments, bonus trade-in cash, easy financing, and immediate delivery. 25 acres and over 2,100 choices. More than anybody. These are the rock-bottom Georgia giant deals that make Landmark #1. You see, we do deals the other guys just won't. Online at landmarkautomotive.com.
Nobody beats Landmark. Nobody.
Is your heater blowing cold air? We can fix that. I'm Brian Estes. Turn to the experts at Estes & Carrier. We've been installing and repairing heating systems in Atlanta since 1949. The best time to schedule that annual tune-up is now, so go to estesair.com today.
If you or a loved one has been seriously injured in an accident, don't drop the ball by letting the insurance company run all over you. I worked as an insurance lawyer for 10 years and I know their tactics and game plan. I'm Roger Orlando of the Orlando Firm. Let our 30 years of experience tackle the insurance company for you. Our team will get you every dollar you deserve. So put the ball in our hands and we'll get your case across the goal line. Find us online at atlanta.law or call 678-LAW-FIRM.
Cratchit, it's time for the office secret center. Pick a name. Go on. Who'd you get?
Well, I got you, sir.
Oh, fancy that. I got you. Here's a holiday scratcher. Could be worth millions.
Oh, I'd be truly grateful, sir.
I want you to have it. No, I don't. Oh, good gracious. Sorry, this is very hard for me. I'll try again. Okay. No, I failed myself.
It's the gift that's almost too good to give. Spread cheer with holiday scratchers from the Georgia Lottery.
Wake up on the first day of winter and find out your heater doesn't work? We can fix that. I'm Tommy Estes. Turn to the experts at Estes & Carrier. We'll make sure your system is running at peak efficiency with our winter safety inspection. Don't wait till it's too late. Go to estesair.com today.
Today's Hometown Team Report is brought to you by Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers, a higher order of pizza for your tailgating events.
Fans are starting to wonder if the Falcons could be Super Bowl bound. Let's see what 680 The Fan Steak Shapiro thinks about it.
Thanks, guys. A lot of what I get asked on a regular basis, not just on the radio at 680 The Fan, but if I'm grabbing a bagel at Goldberg's or just, getting a car wash, are the Falcons a Super Bowl contender? And I say, are you kidding me? Of course they are. I've been watching the NFL for 40 years, and I can tell you this. I've seen teams just like the Falcons go to the Super Bowl and win it. What am I talking about? Drew Brees and the Saints. Did you see their defense? Darren Sharper, Tracy Porter, Jonathan Vilma, not much there. Joe Flacco, a few years ago, his Super Bowl championship was about his offensive run when he goes crazy in the playoffs. Ray Lewis and the Ravens defense were nothing to speak of. Bottom line is this, when you have an offense that is this talented, when you have this many weapons, when you have an offensive coordinator at the absolute peak of what he does best, then you're in a great position to make an offensive run and win anywhere. Dallas, Seattle, I don't care where it is. Are the Falcons a Super Bowl contender? You better believe it.
All right, Steak. All right. If he says it, I believe it. Yep. All right, we took a poll and we do believe you. The Chiefs come to the Falcons. A couple of very good quarterbacks involved in Matt Ryan and Alex Smith. And Chuck, I want to ask you first of all about Matt Ryan, how he stands with that battle with Alex Smith.
Well, there is no comparison, Bob. Matt Ryan is head and shoulders above Alex Smith. He's always been head and shoulders above Alex Smith, and the way that offense for the Falcons is set up, he's going to continue to be head and shoulders over Alex Smith. Matt Ryan, to me, is in the conversation for MVP, simple as that. He's at his peak right now, and it's perfect for the Falcons with the weapons that they have.
Yeah, what about Alex Smith, though? What is he going to bring? What do you expect?
He might be taller than Matt Ryan. You got to size him up. He said head and shoulders. He said head and shoulders. He might be taller. But what you have with Alex Smith, Bob, is Mr. Consistency. He's an efficient quarterback. He likes to duck it down, throw it to the running backs. He likes to throw downfield and mix it up a little bit, hit the tight end every now and again. He is an efficient quarterback. He's going to go 24 for 21 and have 200-something yards. It's not, lights out. It's not knockout football, but it's some good quality football, and you can depend on that defense.
All right, but interesting looking at that quarterback comparison. We'll see. That is, I know this for sure, that is our hometown team report.
This week's Keys to Success is brought to you by Volvo Cars of Marietta, where you can always expect the best.
Yeah, let's talk about that Falcons defense, and nobody better to ask about it than Chuck Smith here. What's your thoughts?
Well, I think my key for the Falcons, number one, shore up the running game. They got to stop the run. The most important part of the NFL when you play defense is stopping the run, because you don't want Alex Smith and that Kansas City offense to control the clock. That's what they want to do. They want to keep Matt Ryan off the field, and it's going to come with the running game. The Falcons, if they stop the run, they'll have a successful day versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
What are your keys to the game, Bob Whitfield?
You ever heard this phrase, Houston, we may have a problem?
Yeah.
Justin Houston, we may have a problem. If Ryan Schrader can't protect Matt Ryan from Justin Houston, we will have a problem on Sunday. He had 3 sacks in his last game, Bob. That boy is a beast.
All right, a beast, and that is going to lead Jeffrey to go which way?
Kansas City likes to hang around and beat you at the end, but they're going to be too far behind Atlanta to do that. Give the 3.5 with the Falcons. I think there's going to be a blowout.
Oh, okay, give the 3.5. A blowout would be, if you gave the 3.5, 4 would be work for us.
More than that.
More than that, he says. We'll be right back in just a moment as we continue with Football's Play to Win.
You never know when the moment will strike. And when it does, you want to be ready. Mellow Mushroom's craft pizza, beer, and cocktails can help you enjoy a more satisfying eating experience. Mellow Mushroom is safe for daily use. If you find yourself sitting in a Mellow Mushroom for more than 4 hours, you may want to go home and come back another day. Mellow Mushroom is not for everyone. Just kidding, it is. Ask your doctor about Mellow Mushroom. He may want to come with you.
Afoot and lighthearted, I take to the open road. Healthy, free, the world before me, the long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. The east and the west are mine. The north and the south are mine. All seems beautiful to me.
Lease the all-new 2017 Volvo S90 for only $499 per month at Volvo Cars of Marietta.
Thinning or balding hair? HRS can now reverse thinning hair by using stem cells through platelet-rich plasma treatments. Platelets are put directly into the follicle to stimulate growth. This is a safe and easy procedure with no downtime.
I decided to get a series of platelet-rich plasma treatments. Now I have my own growing hair back. The treatments were easy, painless, and I was able to return to work the same day with no downtime.
Call us at 404-231-3100. That's 404-231-3100.
Today's Fantasy Report is being brought to you by SD Services, serving all of Atlanta since 1949.
Time for fantasy football with Adam Brown, and you've got a lot to get in here today, so let's just roll.
All right, so basically this is the last week of regular season for fantasy football leagues. Weekly fantasy leagues is still status quo for the next 3 or 4 weeks. Drew Brees is top of my list. 49 points New Orleans put up last week, playing a bad Detroit defense. 12 touchdowns in the last 4 weeks. Matthew Stafford playing New Orleans, giving up 8 touchdown passes in the last 4 weeks. Look for both of those quarterbacks to have big days. Now, down to the running backs, we have Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell has 21 receptions the past 3 weeks with 2 100-yard rushing games mixed in between. LaShawn McCoy has 3 touchdowns the last 2 weeks. Look for him to have another nice day at Oakland. And then finally, Jordan Howard on this list. Jordan Howard playing a bad San Francisco defense at home. The San Francisco 49ers have given up 14 touchdowns so far this season.
Now, last week, Julio Jones, not a real big week.
Not a big week, but that happens sometimes, okay? Yeah. Taylor Gabriel was the recipient last week. This week, Julio Jones, look for him to bounce back versus a Kansas City defense that gave up 304 yards and 3 touchdowns passing to Denver's Trevor Siemian last week. Look for Julio Jones to have a nice day and rebound big time. Second on the list, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
He had a great week last week. He has 23 receptions the past 3 weeks. Atlanta's linebackers have to be on high alert. Okay, now the last 3. Michael Thomas, 18 receptions this past 3 weeks. Mm-hmm. Brandon Cooks wasn't targeted last week. Look for Brandon Cooks to have a nice day, too, against that Detroit defense. And then Travis Kelce, back-to-back 100-yard games. Maybe against Atlanta, he'll have another one. And then Jimmy Graham playing his old foe in the NFC South, Carolina Panthers. Look for Carolina Panthers to give up a bunch of yards to Jimmy Graham.
Okay, who's your sleeper?
Theo Riddick is my sleeper. Theo Riddick is a top-tier back, in my opinion, because he can catch the ball in the backfield. PPR leagues, look for him to have a nice day catching the ball in the backfield. He has 13 receptions the past 2 weeks, and the Saints have given up double-digit points to running backs in every game except for week 2 this season. So in the 11 games they've played so far this season, they've had 10 double-digit point games. Look for him to have a nice day.
All right, great. You had a nice day. Good job.
Thank you very much. And you guys, good luck, everyone, in your final week of fantasy football this week.
All right, we'll be back in a moment. Injuries impacting the NFL. Stay with us.
Today's show is being brought to you by the Georgia Lottery and Longhorn Steakhouse.
Is your heater blowing cold air? I'm Tommy Estes. Turn to the experts at Estes and Carrier. We've been installing and repairing heating systems in Atlanta since 1949. The best time to schedule that annual tune-up is now. So go to estesair.com today.
Someone once asked, do we ever think about anything other than steak? Yes. And no. You can't fake steak. Longhorn Steakhouse. Tonight's special, turf and surf. Flo's filet and lobster tail. Our new crab cake filet. And our new renegade sirloin and lobster mac and cheese. Only at Longhorn Steakhouse.
You could win your money fast. Print, play, win. Woo! Print, play, win. Yay! Print, play, win. Woo! Print, play, win. Yay!
A faster way to win has just arrived. Introducing Print and Play, the newest games from the Georgia Lottery. Just ask your clerk for a print and play game, play it, and you could win your money faster than ever.
Print, play, win. Yay! Print and play, and you could win.
Win faster with the all-new Print and Play games from the Georgia Lottery.
Wake up on the first day of winter and find out your heater is not working? We can fix that. I'm Brian Estes. Turn to the experts at Estes and Carrier. We'll make sure your system is running at peak efficiency with our winter inspection. Don't wait till it's too late. Go to estesair.com today.
This is it, the last chance sales event at Landmark Mall. Final days, your last chance to top huge year-end factory rebates with even bigger Georgia Giant bonus deals. Lower payments, bonus trade-in cash, easy financing, and immediate delivery. 1,200 Big Finish choices you can't afford to miss.
Nobody beats the Giant. Nobody.
Landmark is the Georgia Giant. Always the best deal. Always.
Today's player injury and medical report is being brought to you by the Orlando Law Firm. Put a former insurance lawyer in your corner.
All right, it's time for Dr. A and the player medical report. I see some wide receivers on your list today.
Yeah, as we get later in the season, wide receivers always show up on a report. So let's get started. Tyrell Williams, labrum, tore his labrum in 2014. It's the same shoulder. Wide receivers, it's going to be really hard for a labral injury, so he is a risky start this weekend. T.Y. Hilton, 30% high injury risk and 63% health performance factor, below average, multiple injuries, grade 2 back injury now, which means that he probably has a disc problem, and he's a risky start. Sammy Watkins, grade 4 injury. Everyone's been talking about this. He's now downgraded to a grade 2, but he got do not practice status this last practice, and now he is a cautious start. If he gets a regular practice, he will be back up to a peak health performance factor.
I see my favorite tight end on your
list. Oh yeah, Gronkowski. Everyone's talking about Gronkowski, so let's talk about him. Grade 2 back injury. It always happens when you always play through one injury, you go back and get the other old injury. He is a risky start on our books this week. And now, Derek Carr. Let's talk about Derek Carr.
Okay.
5th digit dislocation. It's okay, no fractures or anything. It's the least important finger in the hand. He will be fine, and he's at an elevated above average injury risk.
All right, that's least important finger in the hand.
Yes,
I like
that's
that.
right, yeah.
I would have thought they were all important. They're all important to me, and probably to him too, right?
That's right, yeah.
You're talking in terms of how he plays, of course.
Absolutely,
This
yeah.
is Dr. A and the Player Medical Report. It's time now for Ippolito's and the You Be the Expert Challenge. This season, be sure to visit our website, playingtowin.tv, and take a shot to be #1 by picking this week's college and NFL winners against the spread. We'll be giving away Ippolito's $100 and $50 gift certificates to each week's first and second place winners. So make sure you come back early and often. Prove your football IQ by being the best at predicting college and NFL games. We'll be right back with the Heisman Talk. Stay with us on Football's Play to Win.
If you've been seriously injured in an accident, don't get blindsided by the insurance company. I'm Roger Orlando, and I built a winning team to run interference against the insurance companies and get your case across the goal line. Call me at 678-LAW-FIRM.
Do you suffer from irritability, boredom, and chronic cravings? Mellow Mushroom's craft pizza, beer, and cocktails are clinically proven to improve your mood and leave you with a full belly. Mellow Mushroom is fast-acting, giving you relief when you need it the most. Side effects of Mellow Mushroom may include salivation, euphoria, and an insatiable craving for more Mellow Mushroom. Ask your doctor about Mellow Mushroom. She may want to come with you.
In football, as in the legal system, it helps to know your opponent. I'm Roger Orlando, and I used to work for the insurance companies. I've seen their playbook, and I know their game plan. If you've been hurt in an auto accident, call me at 678-LAW-FIRM.
Cratchit, it's time for the office secret Santa. Pick a name. Go on. Who'd you get?
Well, I got you, sir.
Oh, fancy that. I got you. Here's a holiday scratcher. Could be worth millions.
Oh, I'd be truly grateful, sir.
I want you to have it. No, I don't. Oh, good gracious. Sorry, this is very hard for me. I'll try again. Okay. No, I failed myself.
It's the gift that's almost too good to give. Spread cheer with holiday scratchers from the Georgia Lottery.
Today's lightning round is brought to you by Longhorn Steakhouse, now featuring great American steak dinner. Longhorn Steakhouse, you can't fake steak.
And as usual, we'll wrap things with Jeffrey's picks. What do you have?
I hate giving 24 points, but Florida's beaten up. The offense is not good. Give the 24 at Bama. Navy's 9-2. They're playing the championship game. They score 50 points a game. Wilworth should get the Heisman Trophy and give the 3 with Navy. Clemson 10 is a cheap number. They should blow out Virginia Tech.
How about the NFL?
Miami is in the playoffs right now, and I like them with the 3 against Baltimore. Giants and Pittsburgh, as we discussed before, is a great game. I like Pittsburgh. Give it a 6. And I'm liking Tampa. I liked them last week against Seattle, and I like them this week against San Diego. I'll tell you one more thing.
Yeah.
If Worth doesn't get the Heisman,
yep,
Jill Steinley's going to demand a recount.
There you go. Could be a recount. Recount is the word in today's world. All right, and that is it for Football's Play to Win. For all of us, we'll see you next week.
Today's show has been brought to you by Volvo Cars of Marietta, Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers, and the Southeast Nissan Dealers.